We also are planning, and part of the cultural, I guess, aspects of it is the heritage of the building and the opportunity to document the history of the Beacon community and the African American community in Decatur. That was the the Herring Street School was the original school for African Americans, and the Beacon School, Beacon Elementary and Trinity High School. There was, I think, the Carver Library, the public library there, along with the rec center. So it's been a pretty important part of the traditional historic African American community, and we're documenting that. We plan to have displays throughout the campus that illustrate the the richness of African American life in the city. We've gotten a lot of Mayor Wilson has actually been has organized this in getting people who went to school there, who grew up in the area, to provide their stories and artifacts and publications that are available that we hope we won't lose. I mean, that's really one of the goals of this, is to be able to document that and keep that as a living kind of memorial for that community in Decatur.
Okay, thanks, because I think that's a really important piece of this project.
And it'll be there's no lack of demand for gym space and recreational facilities in the city. If anything, it's increased with the quality of the renovation of the rec center. I mean, immediately it became extremely desirable place. Well, I mean, y'all probably remember the first night it opened, when we had dinner over there. It was, we had dancers, a basketball tournament, aftercare. The Animal Crackers program was taking place. I mean, just a, real need for community facilities like that.
Oh, and the president.
Well, the occasional important visitor, right?
Again, to Mr. Billingsley's point, he wasn't able to be here for our earlier work session. We were able to reduce some of the costs for the fixtures and stuff by over $750,000. So we have had some savings and stuff. We knew all along getting into this was going to be our most expensive facility of everything that we have done so far for any of our restorations of our buildings, City Hall, the rec center, fire stations and all of that. But we got a police department going in there, and we've had a chronic stormwater issue for 100 years, and this will finally tackle some of that. And I was a little stunned at the the price tag of the vault, but
well, it solves problems.
This will get to it at once, and the only other option to do would be to not do anything about it. We'd still have the issue, and this does enable us to offset some of the costs by taking care of the stormwater on sites up the stream, which will enable them to do some things differently on their property that they might not have been able to do. And it also, to some little extent, takes care of some of the issues that folks downstream have had with some of the issues. And earlier on, we looked at a watershed all the way down Peavine Creek, down past Lamont, Vidal, Garden Lane, Scott Boulevard, going into Westchester, and it will actually help some of all those properties downstream. So, plus, our host receipts will cover.
That's true.
Some of this for a while.
Most of it
For a while.
Well, to continue with that, the fact of the matter is the spreadsheet that the city manager showed us earlier shows that for the actual city budget on the building, from the budget offered in 2012, we've reduced almost $1 million, $941,700. So the increase that we're seeing in the total project is largely what Mr. Saxon said has to do with the vault that we've got to put in for the stormwater, and we don't really have much choice about that. I mean, we've been over it and over it, and if we're going to do this project, we just about have to do that. The school board coming on board would be seeing a lot different numbers too, because of $5.9 million of this is the school board portion of this build out. So yeah, there were some numbers that looked lower earlier on, but according to this spreadsheet, what we were actually looking at for the budget for the building itself has come down considerably. The largest savings there was in fixtures, F&E, and what we'd estimated for that, we cut back on that, and also just on the building itself, cut back about $700,000 by some what they call value engineering. Is that the term?
That's what they call it.
Value engineering. So anyway, I just wanted to make that comment before we moved on.
Well, and I'll just make another comment regarding value engineering. It's not just the numbers, but it is what we'll be doing as far as memorializing a very important piece of history of the city of Decatur. And while there are opportunities for cultural gatherings and so forth, this will be a very specific one that has a very specific history and is someplace that needs to be noted as to what the bottoms and the segregation of the city of Decatur and how far we've come. So thank you for your care in maintaining that piece throughout this project.